Trump began playing a new game, weaken your competition. First came Harrah's, his former partner. He bought its stock, and the company spent $30 million buying him out. With the profits, he went after Bally's. There was litigation on both sides, and in the end, Bally's succumbed to his apparent greenmail and paid him off.
He skirts the law in the sense that he goes right up to the edge and sometimes over it. He uses his enormous economic clout.
Instead of using his Bally profits to pay down debt, Trump went after the biggest prize in town, the unfinished Taj Mahal, owned by Resorts International. He began buying resort stock. The rest of the deal was pure Trump.
Within a matter of months, he had convinced Resorts Board of Directors to permit him to put into effect a management contract, which was worth something like $60 million to him. Nothing like this has ever happened before, and in essence, they were paying him to supervise his own investment in his own company.
Everybody was just aghast, because there would be nothing left for the shareholders.
In return for the management contract, Trump was supposed to finance the completion of the Taj Mahal. He never had any intention of doing that until he owned the company outright. The contract bled the company dry. Stock prices fell, but they weren't low enough yet for Trump, so he tried something else.
Resorts hired bankruptcy counsel, and Mr. Trump walked them through the unfinished building. Within hours, all of Atlantic City, and indeed the entire financial community, knew that Resorts had consulted bankruptcy counsel, and the rumors were rampant that Resorts was going into bankruptcy. There's no doubt that this had a very intimidating effect on the Casino Control Commission.
Today, Donald Trump sat in the audience as state officials considered his request to gobble up even more. Trump's next frontier, the biggest of them all, the resort's Taj Mahal, still under construction.
You ask yourself, why did the Casino Control Commission approve it? I think they were literally bowled over by Donald Trump and by the utter fear that they had that he would walk away from Atlantic City, that he would let this hotel under construction remain unfinished, that it would be another blight on the Atlantic City landscape to have New Jersey's tallest building sitting there as a skeleton for everybody to see.
Everyone was happy about the deal except the shareholders. Before Trump's deal could be completed, out of the West came what looked like a white knight.
It was the biggest high-stakes game on the boardwalk in years. The players, entertainer Merv Griffin and billionaire businessman Donald Trump. The prize, Resorts International, and the unfinished Taj Mahal. The winner, some might call it a tie. Griffin gets Resorts, Trump the Taj Mahal.
Love that perception. I won. He is still, a year later standing in New York going, I won. He wants to make sure everybody in America knows he won. And so I look at him and say, Donald, you won. Now do you feel better? Now eat.
He had called me after he had negotiated to sell the property to Merv Griffin. And he said, didn't I do the best deal? Didn't I get the best of Marvin? And I said, Donald, I think it was great that you sold the property, but I think you made a mistake. I think buying the Taj Mahal is going to be a very bad thing for you. Well, what do you mean? I mean, I think the Taj Mahal is going to be the greatest success ever. I mean, you just don't understand. And I said, well, I can't understand why you would want to operate 3 different properties in Atlantic City. How do you differentiate the marketing? And the Taj is going to be such an expensive property to operate. Marvin, you just don't have vision. You just don't understand. This thing is going to be a monster.
Having won this battle, Trump thought he could do anything. He plunged in and bought 2 more Atlantic City properties. Now he really needed cash, so he invested in another competitor, hoping to get bought out at a profit again. This time, the Casino Control Commission made him back down. It threatened to take his licenses if he did it again. That cut off his cash supply.
Mr. Trump, or for that matter, any other casino operator, may not use a subsequent sale or disposition to purge himself of the taint created by the purchase of an interest in a New Jersey casino competitor or its holding or intermediary companies.
This was the turning point for Trump, but he didn't see it. His sights were set only on the opening of the Taj Mahal.
beyond your wildest imagination. A billion-dollar dream come true. Donald J. Trump's Taj Mahal, the eighth wonder of the world.
An eighth wonder wasn't enough. Trump needed a miracle, a business that would throw off enough cash to pay his enormous debt. The regulators were turned off. The banks cried for blood. Trump gave it to them. He personally guaranteed the loans and put his properties at risk. Trump saw only the upside. Marvin Roffman saw it differently.
If the company doesn't generate the kind of wins it takes to pay $95 million debt service, to pay $125 million to the payroll and payroll expenses, if we got into a bad economy and all of a sudden the Atlantic City market stopped growing, I think that would be catastrophic to an operation like the Taj Mahal that was so leveraged in debt.
Trump went ballistic over a similar prediction in the Wall Street Journal. To appease him, Roffman's employers, Montgomery Janney Scott, fired him. The analyst sued. Not only did he win, the judge awarded him $700,000 in damages. When the Taj Mahal opened in the spring of 1990, it didn't solve Trump's problems. It made them worse. Within 6 months, the once invincible Trump had to file for bankruptcy and give his bondholders a one-half ownership in his crown jewel. By now, Trump was in danger of being washed out to sea on a wave of debt. His castle was being held for ransom, and Trump Plaza couldn't bail him out. Trump's addiction for cash had brought him to the brink.